Good day. It's a beautiful day. I thank God for grace. I thank God for wisdom. For He made it possible for us to see this day. Welcome to the platform of the case consulting and training. In this platform, we talk about relationship, marriage, addiction, and many others. I've had numerous counseling sessions, and one thing always comes up. I've decided that let me try and see if I can address it globally and give an understanding to this subject. I'm Jude Emmanuel Kebuma Tita. We shall be talking about cheating. Cheating. You know, cheating is when your partner decides to go out or to sleep with another woman. We always say that person cheated or she cheated on him, he cheated on her. And it is something that is so prevalent in our society, especially in an African culture where we come from. It's much. We talked about it every day. At this moment, we talk about something that will always tell me side chick, in quotes. Side chick. There's also another cheating which is not with a side chick. Might be with a prostitute. It's still cheating, sleeping with another person. Now, it causes a lot of tension in our homes. And people always ask themselves, why this, why that? Some will give excuses. But before we go further, I want us to visit the process of cheating. We might arrive at something when we look at the process. Cheating, when it concerns a man, in some degree women, it starts with visualization. I've always said that men are attracted to what they see. When they look at a lady, for instance, they start visualizing things. From there, they memorize what they have seen. It comes to their mind, they memorize it. They put a picture in their heads about what they have seen. When that goes, it moves to another stage, which is imagination. They start imagining things. They start imagining themselves with that lady. As I can say, they undress the lady with their eyes. You look at the girl, you try to visualize. I say, wow, just imagine the clothes are off. Look at the legs, look at the butt, look at this. It comes to imagination. When it goes to imagination, it moves now to another part, which is actualize. You have to actualize it. Actualization. You have to actualize it. You have to make the things that you've seen, you've memorized, you've imagined, you want to put it at work. Remember, it's a process. All these things have been happening. It's a process. It's a process. Now, in actualizing it, there are other things that you do. You start with a conversation, moving, chatting. You find yourself sneaking to go and chat. You start hiding something. You go late out. Many things do change at that particular point in time. Now, all these things, this is a process. That is a process. And at the end of the day, when it actually needs to happen, you have to create time. You create a venue. You meet the lady. If it's a man, you meet the lady. Maybe take her into a hotel. It takes time. It's a program. You arrange yourself. You make a program. I'll pick you up at this time, or you come to the hotel at this time. I'll look for time at this time. Then you give an excuse to your wife. I'll come home late, or I'll go to this place. I have to go to my friends. You put something. Lies, they come into it. The process of cheating, deceit, lies is part of that process. Now it comes into it. Then, when you meet the lady, you book a hotel room, you go, you meet, and you start the process. So a rose that might start to caress, you take time to remove your trousers, you take time to take off your shirt. It takes time. All these things take time. There is a reason why I'm saying this thing. At the end of the day, when that is said and done, what will be your excuse? It's a mistake. Most excuses I will give, it's a mistake. I was lured into this. The woman seduced me. I don't know what happened. It just happened. I want us to understand this. That is why I took my time to bring that process. For you to understand that it's a process, and it's a conscious process. It is not unconscious. It's a conscious process. You bring lies into it, so it's a well-calculated process. Cheating is effort. It's effort. You need effort to cheat, because there are processes that needs to go down before you cheat. That is why cheating is a decision. That is where I was coming. It's a decision. It's a decision. Stop saying that is not a decision. Stop saying that's a mistake. No. Decision is something that you took. Something that you've thought about. Something that has a process. Before you take a decision, there's always a process. And that is a process that I've elaborated. Enumerated processes that occurred before the actual act took place. With this process, then you come and say, no, something just happened, it just happened. No, cheating is a decision. So if you cheat, it's a decision that you took to cheat. I want us to get this very straight. Because it takes me to one common thing, especially with Christians. Women will go each time, or men, I want to pray, especially women. You are praying that your husband will not cheat again. Your husband will not cheat. You go to church, becomes a prayer point. That is not a prayer point, because it's a decision. I want us to remember something. Let's go back to Genesis. When God created us, He gave us dominion over every single thing. He gave us a choice. Remember, the Bible says we are God, and He created us in His own image. Because we are God, and He created us in His own image, we have choice. That He gave us choice. He gave us the ability to make choices. If not, every day we commit sins. Every day we go against the 10 Commandments. God would have stopped us. But because we are like Him, and because He gave us a choice, we can make our own choices. He doesn't stop us No matter what we do, we will sit and wait for you to commit that sin and come to him for repentance, and he will accept. But everything that we do, it's our choice. So you see, cheating is a choice. You have the power over it. Because it's your choice. So why do you think God has to tell you, God has you come to church and bring it as a prayer point to God? It's not a prayer point. It is not. It's a decision. It's something that somebody decided to do. Most often in our cultures, we always sometimes we attribute it to witchcraft or whatsoever. Please take a look at it. I want us to reason together. The Bible says we should reason together. Reason together. It doesn't work like that. Cheating is something that we decide to do. Look. I have done it. I'm not innocent of that particular crime. And to tell you the truth, it was a well-calculated act. I did it knowingly. We should honor to ourselves and ask ourselves these questions. When you cheated, didn't you do it? Wasn't it your decision? You might bring other reasons and put in front of you that because of this reason, I did this. But the simple thing is, it's a decision that you took. Now, because it's a decision and because it's a choice, you have the power to either say to stop or to continue. We should remove God out of this. Because the decisions that we take that God don't want that decision, don't like that decision. We take it because we like it. We take it because we feel that we can do it. That is why we do it. So I want to debunk this idea that we feel that when somebody cheats and the person will come and say, no, it's a mistake, I don't know what will happen. No, you knew. Let's be honest to ourselves. And have an honest talk and a straight talk. For us to understand that these things go in that direction. Because that is what it is. That is what it is. Now, it takes me to one thing. When we cheat, we always say this person disrespected me. That word respect always comes. Respect always comes. Disrespect. He disrespected me by cheating with a man. He disrespected me by cheating with a woman. But let's look at respect. What is respect? What is respect? You respect somebody because you hide your true personality. Respect is hiding. When it comes to relationship, you are hiding something. You don't want that person to feel bad. You have a certain character, you don't want that person to feel bad because this particular character, you know that you hurt this person. And you decide to keep away that particular character from that person. That is simple meaning of respect. Plain terms, let's put it that way. Because most of the things that you know your partner don't like, most often, you still do them secretly. But when it comes to your partner, you hide it from them. You don't want them to see because you don't want to hurt them. You respect them. That is respect. You hide something from somebody because you don't want that person to be hurt. That is it. People don't just change overnight. Tell a smoker. He knows that the wife don't want him to smoke. Or the husband don't want her to smoke. You think they just stop? They will smoke. When they know the husband is not, when they know the wife is not, they will take the cigarette and smoke. And make sure they clean themselves. They have things issue, they clean their mouth and everything. They make sure they hide every single trace of that particular smell. Because they respect the wife, because they respect the husband, they know that the husband, this thing will hurt them. That is respect. That's a simple meaning of respect. Look at children. They know that what this thing that if I do is bad. My daddy don't want me to drink, but I'm drinking. They will hide it. And you would believe that your son is respectful. Yes. They hide it. But sometimes, we are the ones that create our own problems. Somebody, because out of respect, as I just said, and hide something from you, but we like to dig. You want to dig to find. Look, everybody has dirt. If you dig something, you will find. Take a shovel and dig the ground and see if you not find something. There is always something that you will see if you dig. Now we like to dig. And at the end of the day, we'll hurt ourselves. Please, we should stop digging. Because when you dig, you will see. That is our problem. The person respects you enough to hide a particular character. Because the person respects you. I don't want you to see. Gradually, they might change. But it takes time. It takes time. It takes time. Stop digging. I've had a relationship that everybody will come and tell me, this your girl goes out with this, goes out with this, goes out with this. He has a relationship. Same. But what happened is, I said, that is not your business. I knew that she had other relationships. But the truth is, she never flaunt those relationships in front of me. She makes sure that I don't know, I don't see. She hide it. And I took it upon myself not to be embarrassed, not to dig. When I want to visit her, I'll call her and tell her I will come to your place at this day, at this time. And I will only go there at that time. So that she will clear her zone. Because I don't want to dig. Why? Though she was doing what she was doing, the things that she did, she respected me enough to make sure that I don't see it. And when I'm with her, there's no suspicious thing that she does. No, she makes sure she clears her zone. Yes, that is respect. I stayed with her. People were surprised. The triple truth is, I knew she is respecting me. She has a little bit of respect. She has some respect for me. Yeah, people will say, but if she respected you, she will not go and date the other person. That brings me to one thing, that the other video that I said. How do you expect? You are going out to a woman, you know that you are not getting married to that woman. You do not propose to that woman. And you want that woman to be loyal. Most people are surprised, but how do they expect that woman to be loyal? No, it's selfish on my part. Cheating is what you decide to do. And there's only one thing that will bring a cheating husband back home. When the side chick, as you call it, disrespect him. When he goes there and meets something that he doesn't like. That is the only reason that he will come back home. It's not the prayers. He will change that decision because he has met an obstacle. Something that I don't like, and that time he will compare. My wife cannot do this to me. Then at that particular moment, he will think of going back. And he will come back. You say, wow, you've done. No, you did not do anything. It was just it. The reason that he left you in the first place, if he comes back and you are still the same, he will still go back and look for another one. He will still go back. If you find a man that's always out there every single day and there comes a time that he decides to stay in the house, find out what happened outside. He has seen something that is more than even what the woman did in the house and decided to come back home. That is why your prayer point as a woman or a man, when you find that your husband or your wife is cheating, it should be for God to give you, to open you up and make you be a better person. Yourself, not him. You, a better version of you. God should open you doors for you to develop yourself. So that when the man wants to come back home, the man will not meet you in that same position. The man will see that you have developed. The man will discover that you have developed. So he will meet you. And he will come back to you because there's something that he has seen that you are doing that was not there. That is what will bring him back home. How many side chicks have you fought with? Is the man not still doing what he does? He has not changed. Why do you think he has not changed? Because it's a decision. Today we say it was a mistake. The next day was a mistake. The next day is a mistake. It's a sequence. It goes on and off. It's still the same thing. It becomes an addiction. When you do something continuously, every moment, it becomes an addiction. That's why people are addicted to cigarettes. That's why people are addicted to alcohol. But it takes a decision to stop alcohol. It takes a decision. And that decision is based on circumstance. Now, I'll give you an example. In my life, I always like to use my example. Because I'm real. 1996, those were my classmates. They knew that I used to drink a lot. I used to do many things, many bad things. My classmates, I said, they know. I lost my father in 1994. 1996, things were so bad. I did not have any direction. I had 30,000 francs left with me. I had to make a difference. If I continue with my alcohol intake, every minute I'll be from this nightclub to this nightclub and I'll have nothing. I took that 30,000 francs and made a table tennis board and placed on my door small support for people to play. So I received, I think, 25 francs for one match. That day that I started that business, I took a decision not to drink alcohol again, not to drink that beer. And I stopped. It was a decision. I stopped. Because I knew if I continued, if I had even 1,000, the next minute I'll be in a bar. That helped me to continue with that business and had 2 other boards out of that one. Now, I brought this up only for you to understand that there are things in life that you can control. I used to be a nightclub goer. Anytime, nightclub, enjoy myself. I took a decision and I stopped. It has not changed me. I stopped. I used to have many girlfriends. I took a decision and I stopped. Please, it is a decision. I'm saying these things because I know how it works. As I enumerated, it starts with a process. You go to the internet, you go on Facebook, you see a lady, wow, I love this lady. Visualization. Now, you go and you start to memorize something. You look at things differently. You imagine things. You start to chat. You made a program. It's a conscious act. I want us to understand that. I want us to understand and to know it. Because don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Try to understand it. I just wanted to make this video and to talk a little bit about cheating. And for us to understand the truth. Not to fool ourselves. We have to look ourselves straight into the eye and take a decision. As we said in our previous videos, marriage is commitment. It's commitment. It's sacrifice. For when you marry with love, love one day fade. Love is emotions. And emotions goes on and off. Marriage. Marry with interest. Marry with interest. I know this one. Many people say, what? Interest? I said it. Married with interest. When you are interested in something, you always find out. You want to see the end of that thing. Because interest is long term. Interest can be the goal, can be a vision. That this man has this particular vision. It doesn't matter the thing that what appears in front of that man. No, this woman is like this, but I know that woman can be this tomorrow. That is the vision. That's the interest I'm talking about. There's an interest in that person's life. You are seeing something greater than the world people see now. And when you are focused, looking at it in that direction, look, girls marriage for love, women marry with interest. Because you talk when you're in a relationship. You put somebody down and talk. Where do you want this relationship to go? We are afraid to have those discussions. This is what I think. How do you want a family to look like? Our finances, how will it be? Had discussion, talk about it. Most times we don't talk. We don't communicate. And that is why we end up having problems. That is why somebody starts cheating. Because you don't find something interesting again in that relationship. There is no futuristic thing in that relationship. Everything you see is now. Because love is now. Emotions, it is now. The feelings is now. It is now that I have that feeling. That is love. And if you marry for now, for something that is futuristic, for something that you have to live your life together, and you are getting married for now, it will not last because it's for now. There must be an interest attached to love, to marriage. When I look at that, talk at interest, I don't mean money. No, remove money from the equation. Look at their future. What's their interest? What do you people share? Because you are interested in something, you want to know more. You want to know the character of that person. You want to know what he likes, what he doesn't. You want to know because you have an interest in that person. It makes you to know more. It makes you to find out about that person. It makes you to see the person's weakness and the person's strength. You people can be able to match up things together because you have an interest in him or in her. We shall dwell on this more on subsequent videos. Today, I wanted to talk about cheating. When I'm talking about cheating, I always stick to the married people. There's a difference between side chick business and a person that cheats with a prostitute. A prostitute, there's nothing involved. All those processes, they are not there. The man just wants to pay and just have fun and go. But when it comes to side chicks, baby, a man is keeping another woman, or a woman is keeping another man. Let me tell you something. It's a conscious fact. Even when you go and meet the prostitute, at that particular moment, you just say, no, this thing, you pass and saw it, visualization. No, let me just have this thing. You pay money and have it. It is even better. than the side chick thing that you keep. You keep something because you like that thing, because you want to have that thing every moment. It is something that you know that you'll be having all the time. That is why you decided to keep it. So it's a conscious act. We should not fool ourselves. Ladies, please, let these men not deceive you. The question is, someone will say, yes, he's cheats, but I'm still there. What if you bring illness? But it's your choice. Do you have that power? The power that God gave you, that power of choice. If you feel that he cheats, you want to stay there, then be prepared to go for medical checkup every time. If you are not prepared to do that, then take a decision and go. And end it. It is a decision. That decision, you can take that decision. That is why even when we get up and we say, this marriage is not working, and you both start saying, if you get to understand what is marriage, and you know that marriage is a decision, then you will not bother if somebody leaves you. What's a decision? You can take a decision for this thing, and the next minute you change that decision. You take decision and you change the decision. The person decided to get married to you after a particular time, said, no, I don't want to get married to you again. It's a decision. Marriage is a decision. So that decision can be taken positively and can go negatively. It's a decision. If you have this understanding that marriage is a decision, you don't bother yourself. If a man wants to leave you, if a woman wants to leave you, no. The circumstances surrounding him or her for taking that decision at that particular time warranted her to take that decision to be with you. But after the end of the day, she decided, I don't want that decision anymore, and you move on. It's a decision. It is the man. It is the woman. It is a decision that they have taken. What do you want to change for somebody's decision? You think it will change? It's a decision. I am talking because I have taken those decisions in my life. It's a decision that I got married. So after so many years, I decided I don't want this marriage again. It was a decision that I took. And I stood by the decision because it's my decision. So no matter what you do, you cannot change because it is my decision. My ex can talk sky, talk history, bring this, bring that, and put there. It doesn't change anything because it is a decision. We need to understand as adults that when we take decisions, it is us that take that decision. You have nothing to do with that decision. So why do you bother yourself? If he has taken that decision, let him go. It's his decision. If she has taken her decision, let her go. It's her decision. Because you cannot change the decision of somebody. That person don't want to change that decision. Let's forget about this bitterness and know that all these things is decision. Our life is embedded, is centered around decisions that we make. That is why we are God, because God gave us choice. Choice, I repeat, that we are the ones to make decisions in our lives. It's the same thing I gave a child, that a man will leave his father's and mother's house and get himself a wife. It is a decision that the man has to take. Not the father, not the mother, but the man has to take that decision. It's also a decision that the woman would take. That, okay, I have accepted this man. And that woman can still be tomorrow. Circumstances change. I say, I don't want this thing anymore. I changed my decision. It's choice. Everybody can change. Everybody can change. It's choice. We have that choice. We have the ability to make choices. So we need to understand that. It is a choice to stay in a cheating relationship. It is a choice to let it go. If you want to stay, be prepared to face the consequences of what you are staying, of what you ask for. Be prepared to go to the hospital every time for checkup, because illness can come. Be prepared to face it. If you want to go, it's your choice. Be prepared to start a new relationship. I don't take the garbage of the old one and bring the new one, because human beings are different. It is your choice. But that is why you say you are a man. A man and a woman. A man will leave his father's house and get married to a woman. They did not say a boy will leave his father's house and get married to a girl. That is why you are adults. Marriage is meant for adults. It's meant for men. It's meant for women. If you are not matured enough, don't go there. Because it's not a bed of roses. It is sacrifice. It's endurance. There are decisions that you need to take. Every single day of your life is a battlefield. There are decisions. You must be a decision maker. Ladies, if you find a man that dwindles before taking decisions, then he's not man enough. Don't get married to him. He's still a boy. If you want to get married with somebody, that person should be that person that can stand and take a decision and stand by that decision. Then you know that person is mature enough. A lady that can take a decision and stand by that decision, it means that lady is mature enough to get married. I hope we have understanding. I do not come to confuse you, but to throw more light on what we all know. For you to look at things in different perspectives. Look at things in ways that maybe you never thought of. Together, we can make the world a better place. We can make marriage a wonderful experience. For it's a wonderful experience. It's an experience created by God. And everything that God created is good. Everything that God created is love. Make the right choices. We have the power to make choice. But you have to think to make the right choices. Seek God's first and seek wisdom before you make a choice. God will guide you to your choice. God will not make that choice for you, but He will guide you. So make sure you put everything in front of God and He will guide you in that decision. But remember, you don't stay. You walk with faith. That is why you go to church. You do not go to church for miracles just to come. You go to church because church teaches you patience. Because hope is patience. Church teaches you patience, teaches you faith. You hope. You know you've prayed. You know that God will answer your prayers. You just know that God will answer your prayers. Then He makes you to have faith and you believe that I know He will answer my prayer, but you don't know when. So you can stay there for 10 years then before He answers your prayers. That is how you can be patient. That is what church teaches us, how to be patient for the right moment. But when you are patient, you need to walk towards it. That's why you need to be consistent in the things you do. Pray without ceasing, but you have to pray with a direction. With a direction. Think more of yourself. How to make things work. Look at yourself, examine yourself. Concentrate on yourself. Look hard on yourself. I bet you see things that you change. You see things that you yourself will be amazed. Every relationship, everything, nobody's perfect. We all have our mistakes. But look at your mistakes. Look at yourself in the mirror. It starts from home. Charity begins at home. That home is you. But with God's guidance, everything will be fine. Have a wonderful day and have a blessed day.